The most important scale I learned on guitar. Let's get into it. It is, you guessed it, the pentatonic scale. Why am I saying that's the most important? I say it's the most important because it all sort of comes back to that in a lot of ways. So you initially learn the pentatonic scale. A lot of guitar players play it that way. I feel like that way of playing it is particularly boring, and I'm going to show a different way of playing the pentatonic scale. At least a way that moves you up the neck and gets you out of this, what I like to call box brain, where you just kind of stay in this box for a long time. Initially we learn the pentatonic scale, then we'll kind of learn our majors and minors, and then eventually you learn some chord substitutions, and then chord extensions, and you add the chord substitutions with the extensions, and eventually you just kind of come back to a pentatonic scale. So it ends up just looping right back around to the old blues scale. So I'm going to kind of go into the way I approach the blues scale on the guitar, and that's getting out of this. I mean, I still use that. It's great in the right context with the right time. But I'm going to show a quick way how to maybe break out of that mode. So one of the ways, I'll do it in the key of E. So you start with the open E, of course, and you could go. And a lot of people do things like this. And I feel like that just creates new boxes. I feel like ultimately we want to shift more and move around the neck and expose ourselves to more of just the twilight zone of the guitar, maybe in this range. You got the stratosphere, twilight zone, and then here, the open positions, I suppose. So here we go. So open E, I play the 3rd fret, and I'm going to play the scale using only 3 fingers. The 1st finger, 2nd finger, and 3rd finger. So open, 3, I'll do the frets and then the notes for some people that may not know the notes of the guitar. So open, 3, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. I shift again with the index finger. 7, 9, 7, 9, 8. I shift again. 10, 12, 10, 12. So I'll play that again. Open, G, A, B, D, E. And then it repeats again. E, G, A, B, D, E. G, A, B, D, E. Pentatonic, right? So, but I like this version of the scale because it's literally moving you up the neck, similar to the way I learned it on bass. You gotta do a quick blues lick in there. So I'll probably read the comments a little later because I kind of have a focus here. Harmonic minor is awesome though. Great scale. But I'm going to talk about the pentatonic right now. So that's adding in the blue note. So open, 3, and then a chromatic here. Maybe I'll get to major and minor in a little bit. Hello from Indonesia. That's pretty cool. So you have open, 3. Here's where the chromatic is. 5, 6, 7, and then you kind of stay in the box again. So E, E, G, A. I'm going to call it an A sharp, not a B flat in this context. B, D, E. And you can squeeze in some chromatics in between eventually. Like I said, I like looking at scales very simply in the same way Joe Pass liked to look at chords simply. He said major, minor, or dominant. Kind of everything else is an extension. To me, it's all a pentatonic scale. If you want it to be a minor scale, you add in the F sharp and the C. The F sharp and the C, the F sharp and the C. That's it. And it's a bunch of tritones actually, which is kind of interesting. So if you take the pentatonic scale and you want to make it a minor scale, you're going to add in the F sharp, the C, the F sharp, the C, going up. I mean, and then there'd be countless ways to obviously finger that scale that we could go into. That's not the focus of this. The focus is going through the pentatonic motion. So again, that's here. I'm going to turn up the guitar a little bit. said, you could stay within the boxes, but I feel like the boxes are a little limiting, and you can escape out of the boxes a little bit and find new places to connect things. Like between this E and B, you have a cool thing here. You could do that instead of going to here. That's also one of the weird things about guitar in general is you have a lot of repeated notes. So, for instance, take an open B string, right? You can play that here, you can play that here, or here. So that note exists in 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5 different spaces on the guitar to play one note. Yeah, it can get a little confusing. Even this G, right? We can play that G here, we can play it here, we can play it here, or here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 different places to play one note. So, yeah. Like I said, I think the goal of this is to kind of just get out of the box. So I'll play through this one more time. And if you learn this position, you can kind of chase it anywhere. So I'll do it in A. So that would take you, so if you had this version, this is all about the blues scale essentially, so, and pentatonic scale. So you have the box brain, and you can hear it in novice guitar players. They'll just be, and I was there for years. Did a lot with that. You can still do a lot with that. Like I said, you can learn the majors and minors, and eventually, I just want to rip a pentatonic scale. It's fun. I cheated there. I did that note. So I'm immediately cheating. But anyways, so hopefully this is somewhat helpful. Here we go. We can go through it one more time. I'll do it in A this time. So now you can kind of see the pattern. So that's where the scale starts over. So you have A, C, D, D sharp, E, G, A. And then again, same pattern. Yeah, so hopefully this is helpful. Get out of the box brain, and move your pentatonics around a little bit. And then you can maybe find the other places to play it. Here you go. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed my little pentatonic lesson. It was kind of a trick video because I just did a video about this on bass, explaining why I like the pentatonic scale on bass. This is the same thing for guitar. I'm actually kind of doing the same position for guitar. And like I said, you could play it this way, and that's good. But I like the version where you're moving around the neck. And it depends on what you're doing. So it depends on where your direction is. If you're descending, then maybe you want to do this version. So that's a cool version too. It just depends on the directionality of your note playing and where you want to take your solo or your improv. And yeah, have a good day. Practice your pentatonic scale. Thank you for stopping by. Take care. Bye. See you next time.